Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all of you. Okay, since the previous chapter 11 that I upload in the online learning doesn't work, it does not have sound, so I need to record it once again. Okay, so sorry about that. So chapter 4 in Kotler book is actually chapter 11 according to our syllabus. The topic is managing marketing information to gain customer insight. So for this course, we only look at objective 3 in this chapter 4, which is outline the steps in the marketing research process. So first of all, what is marketing research? So in marketing research, actually same like an academic research. It is a systematic design, collection, analysis, and reporting of data relevant to a specific marketing situation facing an organization. So, inshallah, in next semester, most of you will take project paper, okay, which allow you or require you to conduct research. So, the steps or the process that you will go through same like the marketing research. The difference is about the problems. Of course, marketing research involved with the marketing problem. Okay, just remember, marketing research is a systematic design, collection, analysis, and reporting of data relevant to a specific marketing situation facing an organization. Okay, there are 4 steps in the marketing research process. Okay, the first one, defining the problem and research objective. So, most important thing, you need to define the problem and research objective. If you get the problem, if you can identify the problem, of course you will have the research objective in order for you to give solution to the problem. Okay, if you are not target the real problem, actually toward the end you are not getting the real solution to the problem that you are having. Okay, the second one is developing the research plan for collecting information. Next, implementing the research plan. Once you have the research plan, you need to implement the research plan by collecting and analyzing the data. And lastly, interpreting and reporting the findings. Okay, actually the process is just same like an academic process. You must have the problem first, then you will develop a research plan or research question. Next, you will implement it by collecting and analyze the data, and lastly, you will report the finding. Okay, but for this course, okay, we only look at the first 2 steps, defining the problem and research objective, and also developing the research plan for collecting information. Okay? Okay. The first step, defining the problem and research objective. There are actually 3 types of research. Okay? The first one is exploratory research. Next one is descriptive research. And lastly is the causal research. What is exploratory research? So in exploratory research, the preliminary data will gather that actually will help to define the problem and also suggest the hypothesis to be tested or the research to be conducted. So meaning that you need to have the preliminary data in order for you to define the research problem. Difference with descriptive research. Descriptive research is actually to describe the marketing problem. You already have the problem, you define the problem. It can help to describe the problem, the situation, or the market, such as market potential for a product, or the demographic background for certain type of product. Okay, and lastly is the causal research. Causal research is about the relationship or the cause and effect. For example, when price low, what happened to the market? When price high, what happened to the market? These are about the causal research. So these are the things that you can set at the very first step. Okay, before you come up with your research objective. When you know the problem, actually you will know how to solve the problem by doing exploratory research, descriptive research, or causal research. You just look at the characteristic of the research. If the research is something new, you need to know the problem by exploring, so you will conduct exploratory research. If you already can easily get the problem, you just describe or descriptive research can be conducted. And if you already have the relationship, you can see the trend, so you can conduct the causal research to test the relationship. Okay. The next stage is developing the research plan. Outline sources of existing data, spell out the specific research approach, contact method, sampling plan, and instrument to gather data. So during this stage, you already defined the problem, so now you need to know the research approach that you want to use. Okay, and then you have to know how to contact your sample. Of course, you will do the sampling plans and instruments, for example like questionnaire or interview protocol. Okay, so usually the research plan is in a written form. It is like a proposal. Okay, so in the research plan, usually it will compose of management problem, research objective, information needed, how the result will help management research, and lastly attach the budget or the amount of budget that you propose in order for you to get the research done. Okay, and in the report also you will arrange the report by according to this step, starting from the management problem and ending with the budget. Okay, developing the research plan. So in developing the research plan, there are two types of data that involve. The first one is secondary data. This is the information that already exists somewhere, having been collected for another purpose. For example, in magazine or from the annual report. That one is secondary data. Primary data is information collected for the specific purpose at hand. Some data you cannot only get from the secondary data. You need to go to the person, to the contact person, and you need to conduct an interview. That one is primary data, directly come from the person, not stated or in any written form. The advantages of secondary data, of course, it will involve lower cost. You can obtain quickly because it's already available and cannot collect otherwise. If you cannot collect the through the primary data, so you can use the secondary data. Disadvantages of it, data may not be relevant. Maybe the annual report is, sometimes government do not very up to date with the report. For example, the statistic of the SME in Malaysia, maybe the last report is at 2014, but we are now in 2016. That's why the relevant issue is come here. And then the data may not be accurate because it is a secondary data. Okay, and then the data may not be current, as I said just now, and the data may not be impartial. Okay, it's only half of it, and some of or the rest of it you need to collect it by using the primary data. Okay, primary data collection. So in this primary data collection, we will look into the research approach and also contact methods. Okay, so the research approach here is observation, survey, and experiment. So I only introduce you these three research approach. Of course, after this or next semester, you will learn more about the research approach. Okay, it's enough for the marketing research. I introduce you the observation, survey, and experiment, the most research approach used by the marketing researcher. The contact methods: mail, telephone, personal, and online. The sampling plan, sampling unit, sample size, and sampling procedure. And research instruments, the questionnaire, and also mechanical instruments. Okay, so for this course, we only look at the research approach and also the contact methods. Okay, the sampling plan and research instruments, how to conduct it, we are not going to look in this course. Okay, inshallah next semester you will look the whole primary data collection of your research project. Okay, research approach. What is observational research? It involves gathering primary data by observing relevant people, action, and situation. Meaning that you observe. For example, you go to the CMAT. Okay, for the marketing research, they want to observe the behavior of the customer in the CMAT, for example. Okay, ethnographic research involves sending trained observers to watch and interact with consumers in their natural environment. Okay, for example, if you go to the shopping complex, okay, for example, through my experience, when I want to buy milk powder for my son, so there will be the trained observer there. They try to watch and try to interact. Why not you try this brand of milk, okay, and just want to know what is your feedback. Okay, they will give you sample or whatever things, and actually toward the end it is your choice. You can choose whether you want to buy or you are not buying the brand that they are promoting. Survey research, it involves gathering primary data by asking people questions about their knowledge, attitude, preferences, and buying behavior. So you can gather this by using the instrument, for example, like questionnaire. Okay, so you can get it, you can consider it as a primary data because the person answer it by write the answer in the questionnaire. Experimental research involves gathering primary data by selecting matched groups of subjects, giving them different treatments, controlling related factors, and checking for differences in group response. So these are the experimental research. So in marketing, for example, they want to test the reaction, okay, of certain product that they are made. Okay, for example, they want to experiment whether the, for example, like Lifebuoy, whether the Lifebuoy can, is applicable or is suitable for all ages. So they need to experiment, okay, whether it is suitable for all ages, and after the experiment done, they can claim it and tell to the public. Okay, the last part is the contact methods that we are going to look into: mail, telephone, personal, and online. Mail, of course, every one of you aware about the mail. Mail questionnaire can be used to collect large amount of information at a low cost per respondent. I believe that, I don't know as a student, but as a lecturer, I always receive mail questionnaire asking me to answer the questionnaire. So respondent may give more honest answer to more question by mail than to an unknown interviewer in person or on the phone. Also, no interviewer is involved to bias respondents' answer. For example, if you mail the questionnaire, so the respondent don't know, or actually, the sender will have some coding in order for them to detect who's respondent that respond to their questionnaire. But as a respondent, they don't know, and they will feel more safe when they are answering through the mail questionnaire. If you are interviewing him, so the feeling is different. Okay. Telephone interviewing is one of the best methods for gathering information quickly, and it provides greater flexibility than mail questionnaire. Why? Because you can ask more questions. Okay, in the mail questionnaire, of course, it is limited to the question that you ask only. Interviewers can explain difficult questions, and depending on the answers they receive, skip some question or probe on the answers. Okay, so when you are talking, for example, I ask you question, what is marketing? And one of you give an answer, and I just give some, I don't want it to stop, the discussion to stop, so I probe. I encourage others to, I encourage you to give more correct definition of marketing. Okay, so response rate tend to be higher than with mail questionnaire, and interviewers can ask to speak to respondent with the desired characteristic or even by name. Okay, so you can speak whether you want to use the name also can, or you want to use whatever that can represent the respondent. Personal interviewing takes two forms: individual interviewing and group interviewing. Individual interviewing involves talking with people in their home or office, on the street, or in shopping mall also can. So this such interview technique is very flexible. Group interviewing consists of inviting 6 to 10 people to meet with a trained moderator to talk about a product, service, or organization. Usually once you produce a new product, you can have 6 to 10 people from different background to give feedback on your product before you can proceed with the product to be launched. Okay. Online research can take many forms. A company can use the internet or mobile technology as a survey medium. It can include a questionnaire on its web or social media sites, or use email or mobile device to invite people to answer questions. It can create online panel that provide regular feedback or conduct live discussion or online focus group. This online research is conduct online. Okay, different with the mail questionnaire you need to post. Okay, so actually this is the most popular one. So these are the summary of strength and weakness of contact methods that you can read by yourself. Okay, so it is different between mail, telephone, personal, and online. It is measured about the flexibility, quantity of data that can be collected, control of interviewer effect, control of sample, speed of data collection, response rate, and also cost. Okay, let's look into the cost. Among mail, telephone, personal, and online, the online is the most excellent, the excellent one in terms of cost. Of course lah. If you go personal, also you need transport to go. Also telephone, you need to pay bill, and mail also you need to go to the post office, your time. Okay, but online, for example in the Facebook, you can get it directly on that time. Okay, the rest you can read by yourself. So finish learning object.